In the cold winter of 1944 and 1945, the 28th Infantry Division held the line against German offensive that is today known as the Battle of the Bulge. This battle is one of the most well-known engagements in the U.S. Army history, and places like the Ardennes and Bastogne still echo in our memories generations later. Renowned units such as Patton's 3rd Army and the 101st Airborne Division are often associated with this engagement. However, the 28th Infantry Division was also instrumental to the Allied success. Battered and recently reconstituted from the Battle of the Hurtgen Forest, the 28th Infantry Division bore the brunt of the German attack and successfully delayed the oncoming German 5th Panzer Army. The 28th Infantry Division, including its military police elements, played a crucial role in the Battle of the Bulge. The division's military police companies were integral, with some soldiers, like those from the 28th MP platoon, involved in desperate, improvised defenses and helping to regroup shattered units. Their sacrifice allowed Allied forces to redeploy to critical areas like Bastogne, setting the stage for the eventual Allied victory. Wiltz, Luxembourg, and Sibret were key defensive stands for the division, where even non-combatant personnel helped to defend. The division regrouped and reorganized in these areas after being mauled in the initial fighting. Now, our two figures are two 28th Infantry military policemen that you might see guarding a checkpoint or a roadblock in the Ardennes in 1944. They're dressed in the 1939 U.S. Army enlisted man's Melton wool overcoat, the M1 steel helmet. One wears the 1936 pistol belt and suspension with the leather M1916 45 holster. The other has the 1923 cartridge belt, and both are wearing the M1944 shoe packs. And underneath, they wear the M37 wool uniform. And you might notice in the background we have a Harley-Davidson W45 motorcycle. Now, at the time I put this figure together, the only brown cloth gloves available were from In the Past Toys' Japanese paratrooper, but they fit the bill and I went ahead and used them. The M1 carbine is from Blue Box Toys, and the Garand is from Soldiers of the World, and it has a Battle Gear Toys sling. Now, I assembled these figures to be used in a 1/6 scale figure display at Fort Thomas, Kentucky, and this was with the 6 scale Collectors Club. This had to be, probably a good 15 to 18 years ago. The idea was to depict a road crossing and convoy along the road to Bastogne. And all the guys in the club got together, pooled their figures, their vehicles. It really turned out pretty nice. I had originally paired these two up with a Hasbro Jeep, and I had it all weathered with snow. I'll have to bring that out for another video. I weathered the figures using model railroad snow and a lot of cheap hairspray. The hairspray worked great to attach the snow to the boots and the uniform. I repainted the head sculpts using water-based acrylics and pastels, and then I sealed the whole thing with a clear acrylic. The color has faded a bit over time, but I think it still looks pretty good, especially considering how old these figures are. The Ardennes offensive was launched along the entire divisional front by the 5th Panzer Army. The 28th, which had sustained heavy casualties in the drive to the Ruhr, fought doggedly using all available personnel and threw off the enemy timetable before withdrawing to Neufchâteau on the 22nd of December for reorganization, as its units had been badly mauled. and thus they became known to the Germans as the Bloody Bucket, in reference to the Keystone Divisional Patch. The 28th Infantry Division's performance at the Ardennes became a legendary example of holding the line against overwhelming odds and demonstrating immense bravery and sacrifice. Well, that's it for today, guys. You can stop back anytime. Playroom's always open, Big Sarge always here.